Hi, and welcome to a mill demonstration, machining geometry. I'm going to begin with positioning our coordinate system. You can place it anywhere on your part. I'm just going to place it on the top, any one of these 9 standard locations using the wizard. Now we'll begin by machining up to the part by the stock boundary. I'll use a new face. You can select a tool from a library. You can go into the library and create your own or change any of these values on the fly. I'm going to use tool 1. Again, you can change the values on the fly. There's no need to go to the library if you choose not to. You can adjust your RPM, your feed rates. You can go to advanced and calculate those. The depth of cut, let's go with 3/4. I'll use a zigzag style toolpath, and we'll leave 10 thousandths on the part. Now with curve chain, I click on one piece of geometry twice. It'll find all the connected geometry and close it. Then we're going to do the same for the part and verify. 3D preview. Now I'm going to hide that so I can work with the rest of the geometry. Now we're going to machine that 10 thousandths off the part perimeter. That'll be a new contour. I'll maybe change this to tool number 2. We'll go in with a 3/4 cutter. We'll adjust our depth to 780 maybe. We'll take a single pass. You do have multiple choices. Multi-pass, you can tell it a total stock and cut up to the wall. Z-connect if you're going to have a depth with a step. You can also do a helical. You can start at the top and feed around the part in a corkscrew fashion. We have 3D curves if you're going to machine over surfaces. And then we have plunge milling as well. So we'll remove the finish allowance. I'll add a lead in and lead out. EasyCam gives you these values as default. You can certainly change those. And if you don't want to leave a witness mark, you might have an overlap. Giving you a close-up for the overlap. 3D preview. The change in color is the change in tool number. Now I'll machine the next step. We'll use the part boundary and machine these islands. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to hide what we have. Another face work step. We'll machine 1/4 of an inch. I'll use the pocket. Now it doesn't have to be 50%. It could be 375 is equivalent. There's our stock boundary basically. Then we have our islands. Now for our pockets, I'll just change these values on the fly. They're through pockets, so we had 3/4. Let's go to 780 as we did with the part profile. Finish allowance of 0. We're going to use high-speed machining and use a finish pass. Step over, let's go with 50%. Select our through pockets. Now the yellow is a high feed rate return based on the max feed rate on your machine or a feed rate you specify. Let's take a look at a 3D preview. Now for the shallower pockets. And we have the holes. That's all that is left. So we're going to check the radius. That is a 1/2 inch diameter hole. And over here we have a 1/4 inch diameter hole. I'll go to Advanced Tool. This will be a drill. Tool number 5. Diameter 0.5. The length. And the tip angle, let's say 118 degrees. Depth, 1 inch. And if we're going to peck, I might go 1/4 inch. The cycle type is drill, so it's not going to peck. It feeds straight down. Spot face will dwell. Deep hole will pull the drill right out of the hole as it pecks. Chip break will keep it in the hole, just breaking based on the machine parameter. We have tapping, boring, feed in, dwell, feed out, bore, feed in, feed out. So we'll do deep hole. With chain, I just click one hole and the second hole of the same diameter. EasyCam finds them all. Okay, we just have one set of holes left and we've completed the task. And if I verify all, it gives me an estimated machine time. You can use that for quoting. Takes all your feeds and speeds that you've set into account. Now if you want to verify things before we post our code, down in the lower left corner you have this button that brings up the work step manager. And so we have a flat end mill 1/2 inch. Maybe I would adjust the RPM accordingly. Your feed rates can change, and so on. Verify all again. And our 3D preview. Everything is completed. Then you go to post. You have a library that you can choose posts from. We cover just about every machine on the market. If not, we can use a CNC editor, and EasyCam can modify a post to your own personal preferences or your machine's requirements. I'm just going to change this over to Notepad so we can take a look at the posted code. In this post, we give it the name of the part, the date, and all of your code with tool changes. Well, thank you for watching.